Talk about literally defeating your own demon. Hello everybody, today we're going to talk about episode 43 of Kamen Rider Gotchard. So we start with Minato trying to unfree Rin Renge as he's talking with Hotaro on the phone about 102. How everyone was incomplete and escaped the car, and he goes to free the girl before he just trips and spills himself the chemicals, freezing himself, which is pretty funny to see. As Hotaro asks what's wrong, and Minato says nothing at all even though he's getting completely frozen, and that nothing's wrong, that hurry up and fix 102, and just hangs up. We see Mommy resting in a couch, wondering why she's not in the ER or something like that. As Arumi pretty much worries for her, and goes on to get water for Mommy, as she wakes up in a panic, and they say that she had to protect her place from Geryon. And we didn't see Geryon actually walk into a knot on a tree, knowing that his mommy decided to walk in. It was pretty interesting to see their relationship around the place. We later learned that Mommy and Geryon worked together as she was fascinated by his research, and then left after learning about his true nature. And they created the facility that they're in today to help her out, as she thinks that Geryon is coming in to take advantage of the situation. Like Keiichi say that they haven't really had any results, so why would he come here? As they get an intruder alert with no intruder spotted, as Spanner decide to go check. As Mommy decided to go check on the children, as Hotaro and Sabi try to leave to help out. As Keiichi tells Sabi to stop, as he thinks that he can't do anything. He's just holding the rider's bag and leaves, but it's, pretty rude and pretty harsh for an older brother to tell to his younger sibling. Hotaro asks if Keiichi actually was the one that made the Kemi to Sabi. I would see Spanner see the knot on the floor, well not really the floor, but just spot the knot on the tree root, and wondering that yeah, it is Geryon. I actually meet Geryon as he pretty much makes the golem by Germain's power, because he absorbs Germain. Not really interested in Spanner, and decided to make the golem fight Spanner as he decided to leave. As we cut back to Hotaro talking with Sabi, saying that the Kemi, 102, was attracted to Sabi, and seemed like he wanted to say something, as Sabi says that it's a name, Kamedon, was created by him and his brother, that came out with it as a flashback play. Heiji gives little Sabi Isaac in order to help him out with his little bullying problem, stop being a crybaby. And he made it to comfort him, and as like a good luck charm and a token. And that even though he had no soul as being an AI, but it is a copy of Keiichi, meaning that he should be helpful for it. And we then see Sabi drawing a turtle, which is pretty cute, as Seiichi decided to add some cannon on it to make it look cooler, and they now make a new Kemi being Kamedon. It's a pretty cute little interesting between the two brothers, and decided to actually make it. As they try to do it in an experiment, would make me wonder the safety of this place and how they got into the room to make the chemicals, and how easy it is for chemicals to make a new Kemi. That's dangerous and weird. So you can put more safety on it. But anyway, in an experiment, they actually do it wrong apparently, as Sabi places the chemicals before he needed to, and then the drawing reacts to his ring, and we don't see his brother's ring react to it with smoke, but really red herring. As Kamedon seems to be born but incomplete, and we don't see it, as Keiichi says to keep it a secret that nobody should know about it. As Sabi thinks that this had made him been distant from him, as Sabi thinks that it was all the experiment fault, and blacked out the art, saying that he blames the art and the experiment. And as we see it, like being blacked out from last episode, which is pretty sad with the two siblings. Hotaro wonders if there's something else bothering Sabi. Sabi just wants him and his brother to get along like they used to. Hotaro says to just tell him, or if he doesn't, nothing will change. As Sabi decided to do just that. I would see Spanner fight the golem, not really doing much damage, but still holding his own. Hotaro arrived to help him, turning into Rainbow to fight alongside him to defeat the golem. I would see Sabi contact with Keiichi as telling him why he's using Kamedon, and Keiichi just thinking that he's gonna complain, but Sabi just said that he's happy for using Kamedon for his research. Like Keiichi thinks that he's just taking Sabi's credit because he was the one who actually created Kamedon and nobody else, and say that he had never made a thing, and yelled at Sabi for still using Isaac and decided to just throw it at the ground, which is just pretty harsh. I mean, come on, Isaac has helped Sabi a lot. I don't like seeing Isaac like that. It's pretty sad. Interestingly, we see Sabi start to insult his brother in a really creepy way. Seems like he seems to be in imagination, as Keiichi started to look around the room and having saying that he's just burning up the bond between them and just insulting him. They never created anything. A nice little shot of the Kemi drawing close up from last episode. Seiichi just yells in terror at the top of his lungs, as the real world clearly shows him that he's not really doing anything. He's just on the ground apologizing, as Sabi comes in to comfort him. And then he realized that Geryon actually had found them. As Sabi tried to attack him, which is pretty cool. I like Sabi trying to at least have more backbone, but it doesn't work. Geryon uses his new power with his eyes turning red to paralyze him. And he congratulates Keiichi for his work and take Isaac with him, which is actually the orange one that we actually see him from this episode and last episode that's always by his side. Decided to grant him his wish as he'll evolve him with darkness enveloping him to transform into the Kamedon amalgam in a complete form. But we don't get to see it right now, so we'll see it later. I would see Hotaro and Spanner fight the golem as they start to actually win against it with a little cool tag team of them going underground and then attacking him from the bottom. It's pretty cool to see. And they defeat him with a cool tag team attack of the golem using Spanner's sword and then Hotoro's 7 rider kick to defeat the Golem, which is pretty cool to see. They wonder about what Geryon wants. They had to hear an explosion and go to investigate. They see the facility burning down and see Geryon walking out as well as everybody else walking out, including Mommy. Speaking of, Mommy is actually there wondering what he's doing. I say that he only wanted Isaac and say that nothing else actually interested in him at all or have any value, which seemed to actually hurt Mommy in her feeling. Keiichi appears in the complete Kamadon form, which is pretty cool to see the turtle and the cannon form combined together. We had the cannon on top of his shell. It looked pretty cool. Really cool design. I actually like how the little tank are for his arm to use it as like a shield. The little tank wheel to use it for his arm. Like really cool design. I actually really like the complete form. Sabi also enters from the building outside the building saying that it's his brother. Geryon trying to leave as Spanner tried to stop him, but then he had to fight Seiichi in a Kamadon form. The child tells Mommy that Arumi not anywhere with them at all, so she's thinking that she's still inside the building. Hotoro tells Spanner to leave Seiichi to him and to deal with Arumi and Spanner decided to do so, so they go into the burning building to save the little girl Arumi. Sabi tried to stop Geryon by blasting him, to no effect. Good for your backbone, but you're gonna die, Sabi, if you don't be careful. He then shows why he wanted to use the AI, and he actually turns Isaac into a dread driver with alchemy, and explained that the AI will help him create a new body that doesn't need a host to manage the power of Kamen Rider Dread. Now he transforms her into a Dread Trooper, which is just the regular Dread form, with nothing different at all. Kinda wanted something different, but oh well, at least he actually has an army now. At least it's a cool transformation with some skeletons appearing throughout it to form the body, like with muscle, bones, and all that. It looked pretty cool in creepy transformation. Sabi has PTSD from Dread as he transformed to it, and then starts to back off from it, doesn't want to fight it. Hotoro decided to throw him his cross saber to him to help him fight Dread by himself, which seemed to be no effort at all. He actually continued to lose. I actually hear Keiichi still some form of control, telling Sabi to run as he actually wanted to protect his brother. Sabi does a crazy wrestling move, using his legs to grab onto Dread torso and throw him on the floor, which is pretty cool and pretty sick. Pretty cool for the actors, suit actors and all that stuff double. It looks pretty cool. And I didn't know that Sabi actually able to fight like that. That Ichi really put himself out there more. He can actually help out and actually be a writer. I actually do want to be a writer after that move. He should be a car writer or an honorary one, but I digress. It's still a pretty funny scene for me. Sabi continued to loot the Dread as Spanner struggled to find Arumi until she actually uses her Isaac tablet to give her location and Spanner goes to rescue her. Geryon about to dip before Mommy calls out to him, only saying his name, named Geryon. Interestingly, pretty cool scene that there actually is no dialogue between the two characters. We just have Geryon walk up to her and just whisper something to her ear, which seemed to shock her for information that he gave her and leave. Makes you wonder what that's about. I really wish it's something important and not a red herring. We have no information about that this episode, but I digress. Hopefully it comes back. Both brothers continue to tell each other to flee, as Keiichi tells that all of his grievances in his mind. Say they'd always been jealous of Sabi. And actually it's a pretty cool scene of seeing the actor of Keiichi actually fight Hotoro instead of a Kamadon Mago, which is pretty cool to see. And we have a family therapy session, which is pretty nice that they actually knew about the director and Geryon relationship. And he still cried over the fact that Sabi should be the one to take the credit creating Kamadon, and he never actually did create anything in his life. Sabi says it's not true and tells them that they both made Kamadon. And we actually see a flashback again without the little smoke, showing that both rings shown. Showing that yes, they both have ownership over Kamadon. And Keiichi seems to be stopping his rampage a little bit before he starts going crazy again. Sabi says that he should be upset over the fact that Kamadon is being used like this and not for good or any kind, and that he's starting to come to his senses, which seems to work a little bit and actually makes him slow down and stop his rampage, which allows Hotoro to have a chance to use 7 rider kick to free him and capture Kamadon, which is a pretty cool scene. And it gives it to Sabi, which Sabi then places it in the cross saber and uses Kamadon to slash at the Dread Trooper, killing it in a really cool shot, really cool explosion, actually literally defeating his demon and finally seems to overcome his PTSD for a time of Dread. So like I said, who needs therapy when you can literally fight your demon free of charge? Only difference is that, you might kill 1 or 2 people, but casualty of war. I digress. Kamadon inside the car, but then disappeared from the car, vanishing to the sky. And Keiichi wondered how that's possible because, it's still an incomplete form. And Hotoro thinks that it's just because of the sibling bond that made him become complete. And Sabi agrees, even though Keiichi said that's not possible, but Sabi agrees, so at least they have some differences. So yeah, I get it completed because the brother bond made it the last ingredient to make him complete, because also Hotoro said that did what Kamen wanted all the time, to tell to the two siblings. And better come with Arumi, pretty much saving her, saying that his technology was useful. He actually made something of use, which was Isaac. And Keiji seemed to be happy that something he created was useful, and actually helped save somebody's life. As Banner decided to put her down, and she thanks him, referring to him as the Super A rank Mister, not an alchemist. But he decided to just take the flattery with a smile. At least he's getting better. Sabi decided to still keep Isaac, as he wanted to use it to help him with his research and with his brother's research. As Keiji decided to not stop his own research, to finally create his own idea, and create his own work, and that one day he can meet Kamen again. As it's a happy end for everyone, except for our trio, as the rest of our trio go back home and actually see everybody else frozen. It's a pretty funny scene. It's pretty funny to think that it all happened in a day. And that's pretty funny to me to think that it's only been a day, only been half a day, they're still frozen. And with Sabi help with the eraser Kemi, they actually free them. It's pretty cute to see, and you actually see the drawing not blacked out. As Renge tried to apologize, but Sabi actually just thanks her because he actually wanted to see it after so long. And they go back to bickering about maturity. As Sabi actually mature a little bit, and Renge just get annoyed that she just backhanded complimented it. But they're still a good turn, which is pretty cool to see. I like these two together. They're fun. Interestingly, we see Geryon in the throne room with Atropos and Cloto, and actually mostly thanked Atropos for the throne that he gave him. It seemed to hurt Cloto and her feeling, as he showed them the dread driver he created with the AI for a dread trooper, as a dream of a golden utopia come closer at the episode end. Overall, I think this is more setup for the film, because with the dread driver and with the trailer showing the dread trooper, and as well as Kamen Rider Dorado, make me think that, and yet, it is actually possible that we are going to see more of the Dread Trooper, because again, mostly just set up for the film. You already see Kamen Rider Dorado using one of the Dread repaint, and Dread Trooper B from the future, so I'm wondering if that's going to be the case. Overall, not much to say. The brother siblings were nice, a little bit fast and anticlimactic, but still pretty good little scene to say. I will say that the whole Mommy and Geryon little conversation whisper, hopefully not red herring, they do explain what it is, because I really want to know what Mommy relationship is. She hopefully comes back to explain it all. Overall, we're done with Sabi's character literally defeating his own demons, so now his character arc is over. And with Renge done, all we need now is our main 3 rider and Minato's character arc to all end. Well, Alakis, so hopefully we can find a way how they're gonna finish all this in 5 episodes. Hopefully they don't rush it, because I want this show to end in a high note. I really like the show. Rating wise, I give it a 7.4 out of 10. What do you guys think? Do you like the episode or not? What do you think about the relationship between the two brothers? I will agree on creating his own army. I will Cloto seeing like she might actually betray them. Leave a comment down below and subscribe for more Kamen Rider content, specifically Kamen Rider Gotchard. Peace.